Hi, I'm Carol Grant, probate, estate planning, and guardianship attorney here in Pembroke Pines, Florida, and serving the neighboring communities like Miramar, Cooper City, even as far as Miami-Dade County. So, probate is the process we talked about last week, wherein a will is given to the court for review and acceptance. And if there is no will, then the probate administration will proceed according to Florida law. So, one of the first things a client wants to know when they call is how much is it going to cost? Well, it is going to be costly, and surprisingly, for many, it is going to drain your finances, and there's going to be a delay for when you could actually be reimbursed. So, yes, probate is not free, it is going to cost. And in the coming weeks, we'll talk more about ways to avoid a probate. So, I'm going to talk about some of the probate fees and costs. And again, probate is going to cost. And even after I go through these fees, realize that we're not talking about a probate where it's contested, meaning people are fighting, right? So, of course, if people are going to be fighting about what the will says, who should be in charge, or the distribution of the assets, then, of course, the probate costs will be more. So, first, you have court filing fees. For both probate in Broward, in Dade County, in Palm Beach County, the three counties where I mainly practice, the probate filing fees, it's anywhere between $400 to $500. And there may be additional fees, but that's usually the range. And that's money that goes to the clerk of the court. The next is attorney's fees. So attorneys have the option, according to the statute, of charging 3% of the estate's value. So typically, we're looking at a probate with an estate value of about $300,000. You're looking at least $9,000 just in attorney's fees. And of course, we talked about if there is litigation, the fees can be higher. Some attorneys also charge an hourly rate. So when you go to see an attorney, you'll have the option. You can say, I prefer to pay an hourly rate. And the hourly rate, again, it ranges for most people with years of practice between 300, 450 an hour and higher. All right. So that's something you can talk to your attorney about. The next thing is personal representative's fee. So, under Florida law, a personal representative is entitled to a fee because there is work that's involved, there's liability, there's responsibility. So, the personal representative can charge up to 3% as a fee, right? And that's looking at the inventory. What is the estate's value? And then they could charge around 3%. And of course, if it's a family member, most of the time, they'll waive those fees. The other thing is the personal representative, the person that is in charge of making sure this estate or this probate is administered properly, is responsible for making sure that taxes are filed. So that means hiring a CPA. We might have to hire a company to appraise coins, to appraise vintage cars, to appraise the home. So those are additional expenses. So you're looking again, hundreds or thousands of dollars on CPA fees, appraisals. Every estate is different. And of course, there are miscellaneous and hidden costs like publication, certified copies. So again, a probate can become pretty costly. So for an estate that's worth anywhere between 300,000 to 500,000, you're looking at 10,000 to up to 20,000 or more to probate that estate. The other thing is the probate process is between 6 months to 12 months, right? And creditors, if they're creditors that are valid, they get paid before any of the beneficiaries or heirs ever see a dollar. And again, probate could be even longer if there is litigation, if there is conflict. So the cost for probate really adds up. And again, I look forward to speaking to you more and talking to you about ways that you can avoid the expenses of a probate. I hope you like this video, and I hope you stay tuned for the next episode. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.